Hello, concept car lovers. I do like my concept cars. So we're going back in time here to an older Hot Wheels. This is from 2003, and it's of the 2002 GM Autonomy concept. It was a cool concept. I really liked it. Here, what it is supposed to be like a skateboard chassis, and then you put different bodies on top of it. But they only built this body, I guess. With no actual big engine block and fuel tank. You have a lot of open options for packaging different types of vehicles with different seat configurations and all that stuff. Where the idea fell down is that it was supposed to be powered by a fuel cell, but fuel cells never took off because there's no cheap way to make hydrogen. It takes a lot of energy to actually make hydrogen, so that's where this thing fell down, and all other fuel cell ideas fell down. Okay, well, let's take a look at these images here. Yeah, I mean, the wheels definitely don't look the same, but at least these openings in the middle look pretty good. And then these giant openings in the back, we can actually see my finger through them, so that seems alright. It would have been really cool if you could actually take it apart, and then have the separate skateboard. But before that, we go further. Internet tells me this is 3098 millimeters as far as this wheelbase goes. So let's see what scale this is. .86. Yeah, it's around 167, 168 scale. Okay. There we go. Okay, detail-wise on this toy, or somewhat oddly scaled model. First, the silver paint is very flaky. It's not so bad up here on this plastic piece, but it looks really big here. But yeah, for the cost of a mainline. Alright. So, I don't know. Why? Okay, right. The skateboard actually is supposed to have arms going up here, but Hot Wheels had to cut them short because they have the steel axle here and the wheel hub as well. So they did the best they could. And then they have these rectangular headlights here. They're supposed to be flush on the real thing, but they brought them out, which is a good thing because it'd be easy to paint. If this body was like a different color, you could just run a silver marker over that. Or actually, they look black on the real photos, so maybe just a black Sharpie would make that look nicer. I guess I can't figure out what that is on the real photograph. And then we have this airplane cockpit style canopy. So Hot Wheels printed up there. So the side, yeah, I do see a circle here on the real photo. And not much else. These are some funky wheels. I've never seen these wheels before because I haven't collected Hot Wheels very much, but I like them, and unfortunately they just don't belong in this model. Alright, so I do like that, Hot Wheels was able to capture this idea of, the air passing through like on the real concept, instead of like blanking it off. And then, so the taillights also are protruding a little bit. And then this whole bottom of the body, oh wait, it can be removed. Check this out, hold on. So anyways, it's painted blue, as you can tell, but it says here, unlock, push forward. Let us do that. You have to lift, oh, cool. Alright, so what I was hoping for actually can happen. As you now know, I haven't watched any reviews of this particular casting. I'm sure there's plenty out there, this being 20 years old now. So that's really neat. I like what they did, Hot Wheels. So the little blue piece has got a rivet in the back, heat melted rivet, and probably a tab right there in the front to hold that together. And then this metal base has this plastic thing trapping the axles down. Naturally, the tires look very, very narrow compared to the real one, but Hot Wheels did what they could. So the question is, can I get this back together? So there's a tab hook here. So I probably have to hook that. And squeeze it. There we go. Huh. Well, I'm always discovering new things collecting these little toys, and I gotta say, this is a really nice surprise. Man, if I like this now, but if I was actually a kid and someone gave this to me, I would really love it. Just, you know, the ability to take it apart like that. So to do a little better justice and respect for the GM designers here, I'm going to have to come back in a second. And so we're back with the best rendition I could do with 3D printing technology and the ability for you to purchase these wheels if you wanted to. You'll see when compared to the photos. This is all molded as one piece, or 3D printed as one piece, the wheel and the tire. I just have the tire with a little gap here, so with a really fine paintbrush you can actually paint the tire and you know, not touch the wheel part, but it is one 3D print, all this stuff here. Added a little black paint for the lights there, front and back, and that is all I did. Yeah, so it does technically roll, but the front one's got a lot of friction going. Well, no, I guess it does roll, but whatever. I did make these a lot wider than what Hot Wheels provided because I figured the fender space was there, and I think it just makes more sense to have wider tires than what Hot Wheels put on there. Okay, well, looking at these photos here, you'll notice on this the spokes are sticking out, or I get the impression they're sticking out quite a bit. Mine don't stick out as far, because on Shapeways you have to have a certain ratio of width versus height. If it's too thin, it'll just collapse on itself, so I wanted to make sure it's printable on Shapeways. Okay. Coincidentally, I don't know who drew this car, but I guess I subconsciously copied some of this in my own design. I have a video on something called the McLaren STR, and my drawing looks very similar to this, although I was inspired by ocean creatures. So it's very totally independent thoughts of thinking can lead to the same shape. That's what I'm getting across there. Let us take a look at some other concept-y or things that didn't make it to the real world. Sorry, that thing is... There we go. That's the slow speed for you. So I have an old Hot Wheels that I bought somewhere around 2003 because I love this concept car, the Suzuki GSX-R4. So this is a really small car Suzuki made. It's really powered by a GSX-R motorcycle engine, which Hot Wheels is trying to attempt to show there. I think this would have been a cool thing to make, very much like the what is it, the Slingshot? Anyways, and KTM's car, I forget what the heck is the KTM called? I don't know. Okay, Gran Turismo. You got Majorette making this 1/62 scale version of the Alpine Gran Turismo car. I 3D printed my own wheels on this one too, because I really like this car. It's really cool. I have a video on that one explaining where that was inspired from, a couple different other Alpines in the past, or Alpine as I like to say. And then here's another old Majorette that I bought a long time ago, although this one doesn't say when, but it says Master, that's what it's called. Some sort of crazy six-wheeled thing. I think it's like a drone or something. So definitely not a realistic vehicle, but I like it nonetheless because it is so weird looking. Kind of like an insect. Alright, let's get one more up here. I used to love playing Halo the video game, so I've had this toy since this toy came out. And who makes this? This is by Johnny Lightning. That text is so small, it's crazy. I might have to zoom in on this thing. It's so small I can't read it. But at 4x magnification, 2005. Alright, so maybe I bought this in 2006. And this is the gold pimp version that I don't think was ever in the video game, but they did make some toys in this gold livery. forget, someone put up a fantasy car challenge and I couldn't do it because I don't have enough fantasy cars, so I'm making up for it in this video. Alright, well, let's get this Autonomy spinning on its own. And I don't ever really get a chance to use my show stand coaster, which is very heavy. Okay, well, if you're a Hot Wheels collector, you already know the deal. But it's nice to just be able to buy something for so little money. And in this case, such a random subject, right? So I'm grateful for that. I was really surprised that the thing actually broke apart in 2 pieces too. So some playability factor for the kids. And that's it, I guess. So I appreciate you watching today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. And I got a couple other concept cars, so we'll do a couple more wheel swaps in the future. And we'll see you there. Bye.